Hello YouTube, what is going on? My name is Tyler and this is your Movie Fix. Today we're going to be talking about the finale of the Hunger Games series, Mockingjay Part 2. We're continuing the story right from the last one. The districts are all trying to come together and form a rebellion and go against the capital. These are people that are tired of the Hunger Games, are tired of giving up their kids, are tired of President Snow. Katniss continues to be the Mockingjay, which is the face of the rebellion. She's in all the propaganda, and she's responsible for basically inspiring all the troops and getting them to come together. And I'm glad that we actually kind of see that come to an end. We're done with the propaganda and her constant need to be on the camera, so that was really nice. I'm glad to see us get away from that. But like the first Mockingjay, this is very much a war film with a little bit of the teen drama kind of added in. One of the problems with this, though, is that it is a story that's split in half between two movies, and I'm not really sure how I feel about that. You could have just maybe taken 40 minutes of this and added it on to the last one, because this film does drag a lot, especially in the beginning, and there's 2 or 3 other parts all throughout the middle that do drag really bad, but we do get what we came for eventually. And what we came for was to see Katniss and her group of soldiers go through the city, and they're going through all these traps that the game makers have. President Snow ordered that all the game makers create traps to have these pods all throughout the city. The effects are really great. You've seen them in the trailers, little bits with the tar pit. And there's a scene in the sewer that is very much James Cameron Aliens. There's no way it wasn't, but I think the tension was handled really well. It had great suspense. All of the action was really great. I can't really complain about any of that. But I think some of the other movies in this series were missing out the tension as far as will or won't these characters die. And this movie does have consequences. There are stakes, and it was very real, and I like that. Now, this movie does kind of have 2 endings. You have an ending for the general story with Panem and all of the districts, and then another ending with Katniss. And I think the ending that we get with Panem is very satisfying. And you don't want to really cross into spoiler territory because most people have read these books. But if you haven't read the books and you're only a fan of these movies, I don't think you're really going to see this coming the way it does. And I think it's pulled off pretty damn well. Now, Jennifer Lawrence as Katniss is great as always. She does deliver. There's emotional scenes that I just feel like they didn't really hit home. They didn't really work for me. And I don't think it was Jennifer Lawrence's fault as much as it is the character's fault or the director's. I don't think the director did a very great job at making you care in scenes where you know you were supposed to, but it just didn't really land. With the supporting cast, I don't really have any complaints. Josh Hutcherson does awesome. If you know how the last movie ended, there is a smart way that they implement him into this story. Peeta was brainwashed. He goes a little crazy. You see that at the end of the last one, and they bring him into this one. And they have a way where they have to put him along with the story, and that fit really well. You get a lot of development with Peeta. They make you actually care about him, unlike the other ones where I know you're supposed to, but they never really fleshed him out. And I think that's the most character development we get out of anybody is definitely in Peeta. And it's hard to complain about anybody else like Donald Sutherland, who does awesome as President Snow. You love to hate this guy. And then we get into Liam Hemsworth with this whole love triangle. That's something I'm not a really big fan of, and I wish they would have just kind of done away with it or handled it just better or maybe more subtly, but that was something that probably should have just been cut out. Now, when we get down to it, is this the greatest movie ever? No. Is this even the best movie of the series? I don't think so. But if you are a fan of the series, which I do think as a whole is awesome, you have to see this. This is a great closure for the end of it. I think this makes an awesome set of 4 movies. And overall, this was a very fun movie. It was great to look at, very crisp. The effects were great. Performances are awesome. There's not really much to complain about. But with all that being said, I'm going to have to give Mockingjay Part 2 a 7.7 out of 10. So what's your favorite Hunger Games movie? What did you think of this one? Were you disappointed? Was it everything that you wanted it to be? But that's all I have for now. If you like this video, be sure to give it a subscribe for more movie news, movie reviews, and trailer reactions. I will see you guys on the next video.